What's up, y'all? It's your boy Mambo with the Big Dog Command Room. Another 3-game winning streak, man. You know, coming off the heels of a good win, a crucial win against the Atlanta Falcons, man. It was a good win. And I am here with the Week 12 reflections. You know, before we get into that, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and just vibe with the boy, man. Trying to get to 30 subscribers by the end of the year. Right now we at 16, so shout out to the 16 subscriber. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to all the Commander fans out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it all, y'all. Appreciate being part of this community, man. You know what I'm saying? So, before I say anything else, before I move into anything else, I believe November 27th was the day that Sean Taylor had passed away. So, of course, every year they try to honor him. And this year they decided to honor him by making a statue for Sean Taylor. And before I get into my Week 12 reflections, I just want to say that this Washington organization needs to do better, man. As far as honoring greats, including Sean Taylor, who would probably, when you think of the Washington Redskins or the Washington football team, Commanders, whatever, and you think about some of the greatest players, like the first one that comes to mind off gate is Sean Taylor. And to honor him, you honor one of your greatest players of all time who would have ultimately been a Hall of Famer and, just one of the greatest players that's played here. You should want to do more and know the history and know what needed to be done, to truly honor him. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I say all that to say that, the tribute for Sean Taylor was trash to me. You know what I'm saying? That's trash. That's unacceptable. I was going on a rant trying to sound eloquent. That was trash. You know what I'm saying? That is not a statue. That's not an installment. The glass casing and stuff around it is nice, but that is not a statue. That is a mannequin. Y'all got it out the daggone, out the daggone gift shop, and just put it in the middle of the hallway, and called it a tribute and stuff like that. The man sitting here come on, man. This is Sean Taylor. The question is, if Sean Taylor was here and y'all did this, would he be happy with it? You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Come on, man. That is not good. That's not good, bro. What is this little wire arm? Y'all put coat hangers in the sleeves and just kept it up and then just placed the helmet there. And the thing is, Jason Wright, he's sitting there. He had to sign off on this. He had to be okay, yeah, this is good, because he's signed off on the name change. He signed off on the uniforms. He signed off on all that. So he's sitting here signing off on this. And he really sat there. I know he's not a Washington fan. I know before he can't be. There's no way you can be a Washington fan and think that was okay. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. But he sat here and signed off on that. Bro. And the thing that trips me out is this dude, he got a shirt with the Sean Taylor helmet, with the famous tape on the face mask, which is the hardest thing. And you look at the statue, the mannequin, the daggone whatever, and it don't even have that on there. if you want to like really, oh, we took the time to show the details and the real, like, put that on there. You got the Reebok pants, you got the helmet, you got the jersey, you got the soccer cleats and stuff like that, and some gloves, like you got that out the back of a Dick's Sporting Goods somewhere, like, you know, and put it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least get that. If you could have did, just get that right. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, come on, bro. Like, there's people that's like retired and gone, like, you know, whatever, that's got better statues than that. You know what I'm saying? I get we about to move soon or whatever, but it's not. I don't think it'd be that difficult to make a statue that's outside and move it. You know what I'm saying? You look at. I didn't even know this until like last week that Ray Lewis has a statue in front of the Baltimore Ravens. You know what I'm saying? And the Baltimore Ravens haven't been a franchise really since, like, you know, they're an expansion team, whatever. They're no more than 40 years old. Like, you know, of course the Colts and stuff, like Baltimore Colts, whatever. But the Ravens are only no more than 40 years old. And, like, you know, they have a statue of Ray Lewis. You know, at the end of his little this opening dance, he's up here. They have grass in this man's hand. Like, when he picks up, like, something simple, like, and it's a stone statue, whatever, marble, copper, whatever, and they did that. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely could have done better than that, bro. But we just being cheap and whatever this is, like, you know, but it's not acceptable. It's not up to par, and not even just for fans, but for their family and for him. Come on, man, he deserves way better than that, bro. And we just keep dropping the ball on this, which is the most frustrating thing. And I'm really not surprised. I shouldn't have been surprised about this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that we would do anything anything less than this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or anything better than this. You know, because it's just us. Like, you know, it's just very Washington to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like, man, like, you know what I'm saying, we could do better. We got the daggone Hotel Transylvania dude, the Invisible Man. Like, you know, what is that? Like, you know what I'm saying, we got the daggone Scarecrow. Like, you know what I'm saying, the Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if we, you know, like, if like, we on the search for the playoffs and stuff like that. Maybe if we go to the playoffs, then he can find his real heart or whatever, like, or his brain or something like, you know, god dang. Man, they got that mannequin from daggone Jeff Bezos, like, off of Amazon Prime. They used the Amazon Prime membership. It was like, look, Jeff, like, we just got a mannequin from you. You know, you want to buy the team? Like, stop. Like, man. But I say all that to say, like, you know, that was trash, and they need to do better. I want to go to the game this year, but even if I go to the game, I don't even think I want to see that in person. It might look better in person, but it's still trash, like, regardless. So that's that. You know, it is what it is. But let's get into this, man. I'm sorry. Jamin Davis had one of his best games tackling. Very proud of him. Like, you know, everybody been complaining about Jamin like last year, but this man has really come into his own, and he's only gonna get better because he's 23 years old. Like, you know, imagine when he's 28 years old, he might be one of the best linebackers in this thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he has the athleticism and all that for it, and the smarts and whatnot. So imagine, like, you know. Like, in the thing about this team is very young. Like, you know, I think majority, especially on the defense, like, I think Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne and probably Bobby McCain might be the oldest. Probably Bobby McCain might be the oldest guy on that defense. And then the next one would be Kendall Fuller, Jonathan Allen, and stuff like that. They're all young. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, actually, I think Kendall Fuller might be the oldest, 27, like 28. but still, that's like young, like So, like, I can't wait to see how this defense grows into its own, especially if we keep a lot of them. But Jamie was making great stops. I say all that to say he was making great stops, right before first downs, right before like a dude broke off and for a bigger play. He was just doing his thing, man. And like it was crazy. He was coming in and I see him tackled, and I already knew it was Jamie. Like what I'm saying. I was just like, good job, Jamie. And it's just like yeah, really good. Another person that came in, Diami. Like I saw him come in, in the game. Yeah, I think he went in motion and stuff, and I was like, okay, like I see you, Diami. You come in and catch the ball, and it's like great catch, to help us. I think we scored that drive, so yeah, that was really good. I like our pace, like how we was that first drive, like our pace and stuff was like amazing on offense, you know what I'm saying. And then B-Rob, that monster touchdown, bro. When he ran the dude over, when he got the ball, I was like, oh yeah, this is the touchdown. Like he going to the crib, but I didn't know he was going just truck my man's. Like you see different pictures of it, it's like he's standing up. It looks like he was like the one hitting somebody, like he was on defense, and he was hitting somebody. He's literally standing up, over the dude. He comes down, he trucks him, stands up, and then runs and carries another guy to the end zone. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. It's just it was a really good drive, man. We kind of was stalling out a little bit, after that first drive. But yeah, man. It is what it is. But Heineke, I forget what he did. This is not the interception, but he did something where it was he I think he made a completion or something like that, but it was almost a turnover, and it scared the crap out of me. I don't know. And I was telling y'all in the post game, I was mad at him this whole game. For some reason, I was just in a bad, space, and it was just it was just bad, bro. But yeah, man. Jamie just kept making tackles, man. Derek Forrest, man, he joined the WWE Wrestling Confederation for the greatest wrestling group of all time with John Ridgway, Derek Forrest, and the Forrest Grain. He picks up Mariota and slams him. He's on WWE SmackDown versus Raw. That was one of my favorite plays that I've seen from him by far. This year. Outside of his interceptions, that was one of my favorite tackles from him. He just picked my man up and slammed him. That was really cool. One thing I was frustrated about with the defense is we had a 2nd and 25, and within the play, it was daggone 3rd and 2 or something, some 3rd and 5 or whatever, something like that. Excuse my language. And it's just how did we blow that? How did we end up doing it? So that's frustrating to me. Got to do better, clean that stuff up. Even though we're playing well, we got to clean that stuff up. Heineke missed 2 perfect touchdown throws. It was one with John Bates, in the back of the end zone. If he throws that sooner and brings it down, that's a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? And then of course the other one with Terry, dude's wide open and you just throw it so high and not even near him. It's just come on, bro. Jamie kept making stops. He was having a game, man. He had a couple 3rd down stops on the drive. And then Jonathan Allen made the stop, and I think this is the last drive. So this is the last drive before the second half. The first half is over. The defense makes a stop. Jonathan Allen makes a stop. And everybody, the announcer was complaining how, Ron Rivera didn't, call his timeouts and whatnot and stuff. But then we made a stop. So I'm sitting here oh, man, this is a perfect time. They changed the momentum. This is an opportunity to take the momentum back and, and score before halftime and everything. I had so many great things to say, And, I was even going to say, how You know, Ron was smart for not calling the timeouts yet. Like, you know, because we had like 20, I forget how many, I think we had 20 something seconds left and 3 timeouts, like, to get down the field and, like, try to score a touchdown or maybe even a field goal. So, you know, I'm just like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I couldn't wait to talk about it. And sure enough, the first daggone play of that drive, like, you know, Heineke throws an interception to, like, it's like he threw it right to the dude. I'm like, what are you saying? Why did you do that? And it's like, we didn't have to get that. I mean, I get he may have been trying to be aggressive and score. He scored touchdowns so we get put them away. But he didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? The touchdown marker, I mean, it's different because it's like they're actually playing and we're watching the game. But it's like, I wish he could see what we were saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, the field goal marker's right there. Just throw it 5 yards and let them get it, and we right there, you know, in field goal range. And then whatever else we get, especially if it's a touchdown, is a bonus. But that is what it is. So we just messed it up, man. You know, like, you know, and it was what it was, but we're gonna get better, bro. So the second half, you know, we had a 30 inches and B-Rob hit a long run. I don't know if I think that's the one he might have cut back the left side. Really good drive. You know, it was full of runs. We had like out of that whole drive, I think we only had like 2 passes from Taylor Heineke and stuff like that. Excuse me. And like, you know, but when we really needed him to throw it, like, you know, he did well. So, you know, he got the touchdown to John Bates, you know. And y'all complain about John Bates and stuff like that and whatever. And y'all complain about, like, how Heineke, we're winning, like, in spite of Heineke. But, like, somebody got to throw the ball, you know what I'm saying? And he got 2 touchdowns that game. So it's like, what do y'all talk about? I mean, yes, he did throw 2 near interceptions, but, like, you know, like, I'll be watching John Cam, I'll be saying that, like, about every week. Like, Brand Weinstein's like, every quarterback makes mistakes. Every quarterback's not perfect. And he's not perfect either. But, you know, for y'all to say we won in spite of him, like, he threw the touchdown to John Bates. He threw the touchdown to B-Rob, like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, with the B-Rob touchdown, he kind of still had to make a play. But with John Bates, like, it's a throw. Like, you know, it's a perfect throw to him, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, when we really needed him to handle stuff, like, you know, he did what he had to do. You know, it was a tough game because it was rainy and stuff like that. You know, we're not 100%, but, you know, he did enough for us to win, and our defense handled the rest. So it is what it is, and we're making it work. I didn't like the 31 play. I don't remember who it was. I'm tired of them. You know, we're on defense. I'm tired of them taking my young guys' plays away. Like, you know, Jamin, like, they had the fumble, whatever, Mariota, like, kind of, like, got the ball knocked down, or he brought it forward, and they called it. It looked like a fumble, like, you know, live, but they didn't call it that. But I can't wait for Jamin to start getting picks and fumbles on a regular basis where he can run it back, you know what I'm saying, and just get his confidence. I want that for him and Benjamin St. Juste. I'm still waiting for Jamie to get a pick, and I'm still waiting for Benjamin St. Juste to get a pick. But, you know, it'll come in the right time. Great stop by the defense. The way Atlanta was running made it seem like they were going to score. When Mariota had to throw it, Mariota wasn't doing when they needed Mariota to throw. He wasn't making his throws. So, like, you know, compared to Taylor Heineke, like, you know, which one do you want? You know what I'm saying? So B-Rob is a dog. You know, he was finally running like how we needed him to be. He's finally doing what he needed to do. We needed to score a touchdown, like, you know, on a couple of these drives. But, you know, I'm glad Joey Sly's been doing his thing, man. So appreciative of that. And when we needed the defense to step up, like the D line stepped up for us, man. Deron Payne had the tackle for loss, and then the very next play, Tez and Hill had the sack. I mean, I don't think they credited Hill with the sack. It was mainly Tez because he got there first, but you know, Hill like helped him out. But then I don't know what's up with Hill and these dance moves, but they're very cringy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He hit the Millie Rock, and it's like very cringy. Just like you know what I'm saying? So like more power to you, man. Like, you know, as long as you have fun, as long as you're doing what you gotta do. But the next drive, so James Williams, he, you know, he has Mariota. Like we're out of the goal line at this point. James Williams has Mariota. He launches out, you know, doesn't bow on the fake and stuff like that. But he kind of like leaves his feet instead of just grabbing him, running like you chopping your feet, running through him. You leaving your feet, and then Mariota's able to like just kind of let like you know shake you off and just keep running still. That jank was crazy. But man, we had a timeout like you know I think on the 3rd and 1. And like I'm just sitting there like man like you know this might hurt us at the end of the game. And same for like when we missed the field goal after the point after attempt, like you know what I'm saying, when we with the John Bates touchdown, I'm like both of these might hurt us at the end, like might come bite us in the butt. But you know, of course, with Deron Payne and the defense, like you know, holding it down, everybody with the like Deron Payne had his left hand up, you know, with the Commanders, like you know, and him and K-Fu, like, you know, just came up with a miracle play where we really needed it. I'm sitting there like, man, we need a turnover. We need something to happen. We need it. You know what I'm saying? And they came up huge for us. Huge. And it's like, bro, like, you know, and it's funny because it's like, you know, I like they run to the end zone, like, you know, when they make an interception or a turnover. You could tell, like, a lot of them are not used to, like, you know, celebrating. Like, you know, because we don't get a lot of turnovers until recently. So they kind of get in there just like, what do I do? And, you know, one of them, Jamie, come up like this. And then the other one like, oh, yeah, that's what we can do. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's on, like, you know, of course, Cam, like, you're all right. I've been here, you know what I'm saying? And whatnot. I just, like, you know, just funny observations. But it was cool, though, man, to see them. Like, you know, I'm happy they getting that, I'm happy they're getting, you know, that recognition. Happy they're getting those experiences and stuff and growing. So it's like it feels good. It's cool, man. And then like of course like the last 2 Atlanta games, man, they have been extremely stressful. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but they were good. Like, you know. This was probably the best win or ending, like, you know, to a game as far as like the defense and stuff, defensive stops and like just a defensive win, like, you know, this season and even last season. Last year, like the Atlanta game was really dope. That's probably one of my favorite endings too, like that in the Giants game, and how JD because he jumped in and stuff like that. That was crazy. So definitely one of my favorite wins, especially one of my favorite wins this year. Then we had another penalty to win the game with the Tressway hit. So shout out to Atlanta for running in the Tressway, but I gotta chill out hitting my punter like that. So cool. I thought we were gonna fumble, but we did it. I thought we were gonna fumble the game away, I think, but we ended up doing it, man. We're maturing, we're getting better right in front of our eyes, and I'm just so proud of them, man. It's a great win. And so, like, you know, I'm just happy to see. And of course, last but not least, before we do what we got to do for the reflection, the shoe of choice from Taylor Heineke is the Off-White 5s, I believe. I think they're the Off-White 5s, but they're 5s like the black, white, and red, and they're kind of like, yeah, they kind of Off-White, eggshell, whatever we want to call it, like, you know what I'm saying, 5s. And, you know, I watched Lil T, I watched all the guys, you know what I'm saying? But of course Lil T was talking about the shoes and stuff like that. And he was talking about, oh, like, he should get them the Bread 11s and stuff, like, so classic. It is classic. It's a very classic shoe, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, for me being a former sneakerhead, somewhat still of a sneakerhead, um, it's like right now in sneaker culture, the Bread 11 is old. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like 2012-ish, 2013-ish, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll see, of course you'll see people wearing them, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, that dude got some old shoes on, you know what I'm saying? Excuse my like. But, like, in sneaker culture relative to now, like, this, like, it's not something that you really get. Especially, I think he gets them, I mean, of course he gets them online, but it's like, I think he gets them and he tries to get them quick, like, so they can have them, like, throughout the week, you know what I'm saying? So, it's probably really, really hard to try to get all especially the offensive linemen. They probably wearing 12, 13, size 13, 14, who knows. Trying to get all those pair of shoes in dead stock, like, you know what I'm saying, and his and the running backs, it's probably really difficult to get all those in dead stock and then try to get them in. So it's like, it's probably easier to get these fives. I don't know when they came out. I think probably maybe last year, year before. Maybe this year, I don't know. It's probably easier to get all those in dead stock and get them to the guys, than to try to get the Bread 11s. But really could have got any shoes. I'm thinking like, you get the band ones. Oh, that's even harder, but you get the bread ones, you know what I'm saying? The cement threes, like, or the fours, bread fours, like, a whole bunch of things. But like, it was interesting to see, man. So and just a little side thing, like my little sneaker a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying? I might start talking about that, like, you know what I'm saying, but I don't care. I mean, shoot. I mean, if you like, you're watching this and you actually care, like, let me know if I should talk about that. Like, I really think that's a cool trend. I think that's a very unique trend that Taylor Heineke just started doing, like, you know what I'm saying. I'm sure, like, people start biting off of that now, like, you know what I'm saying. But I think that's really hard that he does that, you know what I'm saying. Especially him just posting the picture of it after he wins, like, on his story. I think that's real cool. So, shout out to Heineke, man. Keep doing your wins. Shout out to the whole team. Keep stacking these wins, man. And let's keep doing it, man. Let's move on. Win, lose, or draw. What we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? On the reflection. Of course, with every reflection, win, lose, or draw, we think about it. We talk about things, the outcomes, you know what I'm saying, things to walk away with and grow from. And then, of course, we ball it up and we throw it in the trash and move on to the next week. So now we're moving on to the Giants. Giants, we got a bye week, and then Giants again. So, we're looking forward, you know what I'm saying, moving to the next game, one day, game at a time, and just growing from there. So, y'all be great. Y'all be good, man. Continue to, cheer on this team and rolling with the punches. And until next time, I will talk to you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Mambo with the Big Dog Command Room. Thank y'all for watching. And I will see you later. Peace, love, and hair grease.